Alright, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another Top 10 Tuesday video. And I was talking about the top 10 starting pitchers in MLB right now. And alright, let's get into this. Number 10, I got Zack Greinke from the Arizona Diamondbacks. You know, Cy Young winner. Very talented guy. He got a filthy curveball. He's one of those guys that doesn't throw hard, but he makes it work, man. He focuses a lot of movement. Nothing really much you can say badly about Zack Greinke. He's one of those pitchers that can also hit. He's hit a couple home runs in his career. He's Gold Glover. He's a good fielder on the mound. And yeah, he's not much I can say. Well, that's number 10. All right, next, number 9, Luis Severino, the New York Yankees. This guy is one of those guys that just throws absolute gas. He throws darts. He's constantly hitting 100 miles an hour in the radar gun. Interesting theory I have. He's one of the guys that I'd say has changed the game. The reason why the game is changing, mainly because it's no longer a contact sport. I mean, no, let me rephrase that. There's been a big issue nowadays. It's a lot of home runs and a lot of strikeouts. Yeah, home runs is good for views, but as a hitter, all these hitters are home run or strike out, and it's not good. But I remember back in the like couple years, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, not every team had a guy that threw 100 miles an hour. And that's why those guys were so valuable. That's why guys like Chapman made their money, not only because he threw gas, but he threw gas at a high level. Nowadays, every team has a guy that throws 100 miles an hour. For example, Luis Severino, dominant. Nothing against him, but he throws gas. He can pinpoint his fastball. Has a filthy slider. And the big reason why the game is changing, because it's easier to hit a fastball. Even though it's coming 100 miles an hour, it's easier to hit a fastball because it's straight. No movement. Even some guys can make it move. But a lot of guys swing for the fences when they see a fastball, when they see a curveball, changeup. They're fooled, and only the best hitters can hit home runs off those pitches. And let me ask you guys, for all you ball players out there, is it easier to hit a home run off a guy that throws harder, or guys that throws pure junk? A lot of guys that don't throw as hard, and when guys don't throw as hard, you have to provide the power, which not everyone is bodybuilders and are strong as guys like Giancarlo Stanton are, that they can just hit home runs whenever they want. But when guys don't throw hard, you have to provide the power. So as a hitter, if you ain't the biggest on the team, then it's going to be hard to hit home runs when guys will throw hard. When guys throw hard, you can make solid contact and the ball would fly. You can make guys get jammed nowadays and hit home runs. That's all. Because a lot of the guys throw gas. And that's just something I wanted to say, because it happens. That's why the game is changing. Next, another guy, another flamethrower, Noah Syndergaard, number 8, my bad. He for another guy that's very talented, throws gas. He can pinpoint his fastballs, and he has filthy off-speed pitches. He has a lot of movement on his pitches too. A lot of guys that throw hard just throw flat. It's just straight fastballs. But his fastball, they move, they duck, they dive, whatever you want to say. He throws a nasty sinker. Yeah, his pitches are they're very impressive, I would say. A lot of movement in his pitches. And Noah Syndergaard, of course, Thor. They call him Thor up in New York. Of course, you got the gold locks and everything. He's definitely a franchise pitcher, although he's had arm problems. But still Noah Syndergaard, man. He still gets it done. All right, next, number 7, you got Madison Bumgarner. Bumgarner, a very great regular season pitcher, but in the playoffs, this man takes it up to another level. He's one of the best postseason pitchers of all time, and he proved it. And I think the 2014 playoffs, I think so, where this man didn't even allow, I want to say, a base runner or a run throughout every inning he pitched. He had like a 0.2 something ERA in the playoffs, which got him World Series MVP. He closed out the World Series with 6 shutout innings in relief. This man was insane. He totally was he earned everything he's got. He really is the best postseason pitcher ever, I would say. Next, number 6, I got Corey Kluber. Another guy doesn't throw gas, but he doesn't throw soft either. Another guy focuses a lot on movement. He throws a nasty sinker. His fastball, his two seams move. His curveball, his sliders, his cutters, they all move a lot. And I want to say that's why he's so successful. He's a Cy Young winner. He wins 20 games year after year. And yeah, there's nothing you can take away from this guy. He's a hardworking guy. It doesn't seem like a upbeat type of guy. He's not loud. I don't know the guy personally, but he seems quiet. He's not other guys like Trevor Bauer on the Indians team. After he gets strike out, he's all pumped up. He starts jumping around and celebrating. But not this guy. He's all business. I mean, it looks like it on TV, but oh yeah. Next, at number 5, you got Jacob deGrom. He had one of the best seasons ever by a pitcher this past season with the New York Mets. Him and Syndergaard, I would say they have the best 1-2 punch in the major leagues. deGrom, another guy that throws gas, but also has very good off-speed pitches. His slider is nasty. His two-seam moves. He's got a good curveball. Yeah, like I said, his past season was dominant. One of the best seasons ever. Ended up getting a Cy Young. But it just sucks he plays for a terrible team. But the New York Mets weren't always bad. They were, I think, 2015. Him and Syndergaard led them to the World Series, but ended up losing to the Royals. But deGrom, he's still young. I don't think he has that many arm problems, but he was another guy that's known for his long hair. But he cut it this past season, and everyone thought he lost his powers. I don't know, like, why you mess up the mojo like that, but nope. He had one of the best seasons ever after he cut his hair, so you never know. All right, next. At number 4, another guy who had a great career, threw gas, but as he got older in age, he lost his touch. He doesn't throw it hard. I mean, age gets to you, but a trade to the Houston Astros completely changed his career around. He started to throw hard again. He added more movement to his slider, his curveball. His fastball started to move. He really revamped his career after he left the Detroit Tigers and got traded to the Houston Astros. He really revamped his career, and with that being said, he won a World Series title with the Astros in 2017. So Verlander's got the awards, got everything. The Cy Young, he's got everything. All he's waiting is the Hall of Fame. Shout out to him. Next, number 3, I got Max Scherzer, the man with 2 colored eyes. He's got one blue one and one black one, I think. Another guy. He's getting up in age. He's not old, but he's good around his 30s, and he's still throwing hard for his age, man. He's bounced around a couple teams with Detroit. We started with Arizona, I think, but he wasn't. He's more of a late bloomer. Because after he left Arizona, he kind of turned it up in Detroit with Verlander, but he ended up getting traded to he became a free agent, I want to say, and signed with the Nationals. And after the Nationals, he made a name for himself. He won the Cy Youngs there. He's got strikeout titles, ERA titles. He's got it all. Another one of those guys. Although he's not successful in the playoffs, like other pitchers in these lists. They could be the best regular season pitchers when it comes to playoffs. They don't do so well. But, it happens. But Max Scherzer is one of the greatest of all time, no doubt. To have my number 3. The next 2 is, you can't really argue the top 2. Number 2, I got Chris Sale, another one of the best lefties of all time, no doubt. This man, like Randy Johnson-esque. He throws kind of funky. Kind of throws from the side a little bit, but he throws gas. Yeah, that's the best comparison. It's probably Randy Johnson. He has a filthy slider, one of the filthiest sliders I've ever seen. His changeup dips and dives away from hitters. His fastball, with that lefty tail, can cut into you or just paint the corner. Just man, he's a strikeout king. Year after year, he racks up a crazy amount of strikeouts. He gets his wins. And It sucked. He played for a trash White Sox team a lot of his career, but his recent trade to the Boston Red Sox really put him on the biggest stage, and he just won a World Series this past year, 2018. So he's boosting his chances of being a Hall of Fame pitcher. Well, he's adding more things to his resume. He's got the Cy Youngs, he's got the wins, he's got everything he needs as a pitcher but a ring, and he just added that this past year. So he's a no doubt Hall of Famer now. All right, next, number 1, of course, I want you to know this ain't bias either. My man Clayton Kershaw. What can you say about Kershaw, man? He's done everything but won a ring, but it happens. Not everyone can win a ring, but although he still has years left to win his ring, and so, with that being said, he doesn't need a ring to solidify himself in the Hall of Fame. He's already a Hall of Famer. He's a walking Hall of Famer right now. He's a great role model on and off the field. He runs his charity event every year. Kershaw probably going down as one of the best or the best lefty of all time. He's crazy. His ERA numbers every year are it's just insane. He racks up strikeouts every year. I mean, it's one of the filthiest curveballs of all time by a lefty. Maybe in lefty righty, doesn't matter. He's one of the best filthiest curveballs of all time. Although he has struggled in the playoffs, but Kershaw takes everything up to himself. He thinks everything is his fault in the playoffs, which as a man you would like to do and like to hear. But the losses he's taken in the playoffs are not mainly his fault, but he takes it as his fault. So a lot of people don't understand that. Yeah, they say Kershaw chokes in the playoffs, whatever. You can say what you want, but at the end of the day, look at the numbers, look at the games, look at the stats. They're not. All those losses aren't his fault. It's just he's got bad luck, or he makes one bad pitch, and it'll haunt him forever. But until he gets that World Series ring, it'll haunt him forever. But still, first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt. He's a very well-liked man in the community. Other players like him. Not really hated by other players, no managers, no teams. He's a very respectful guy, and he's a perfect role model for a young pitcher, a young ball player up, having a dream to play in the major leagues. This is the guy you want to look at. All right, so that being said, this is the end of my list, and look out for the next video. What if Wednesday video? All right, so subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next video.